Limiting your intake of this mineral may be enough to reverse kidney disease and improve renal function, says science. Catherine here. I've been working with people suffering from kidney disease for more than 10 years now, and not a single day goes by without me telling someone that potassium is not as dangerous as people believe. There is, however, a different mineral you get from your diet that people should be way more careful with. There are reports in medical literature of CKD patients in stage 3 and 4 that were able to delay dialysis by years and even to obtain improvements in their GFR numbers just by avoiding this one mineral. This is a mineral that everyone should avoid as much as possible if they care about their kidneys. However, not enough patients know about this issue, and this mineral is definitely a hidden danger for them. But this is going to change now. A large amount of studies is focusing on how to decrease your intake and your absorption of this mineral, because that's how you improve your kidney function. Yes, I'm talking about phosphorus. And while not enough patients are hearing about this from their doctors, today's medical science says that if you want to improve your kidney function, you must make sure you are not getting too much phosphorus. But wait, so you are telling us that while everyone was concerned with potassium, phosphorus was the real cause of kidney damage all along? Yes, many studies are confirming that phosphorus is a dangerous uremic toxin and that higher intakes are linked to a faster decline in kidney function. Excessive phosphorus intake is so bad for the kidneys that research is starting to examine a link between phosphorus intake and kidney damage even in people without chronic kidney disease. Yes, at some point in the future, avoiding high phosphorus foods and not just foods with added phosphates may become the healthier option for everyone, not just people with kidney disease, says this recent paper. In short, science confirms that phosphorus intake from foods is one of the main causes of kidney damage. Managing phosphorus correctly is key to help you keep and improve your GFR. Excessive phosphorus is toxic to the kidneys and to basically every other organ in the body, heart and bones especially. But while keeping phosphorus intake to a minimum is key to improve kidney function, you cannot completely avoid this mineral. But don't worry, today we will also see the best strategy to avoid this issue, because that's how you repair your kidneys. We will see what foods to avoid and what to eat, and we will take a look at a vitamin that lowers phosphorus levels. Question: will controlling phosphorus really help improving kidney function? Yes, this is what modern medical science tells us. As I was saying, many studies are being made on this subject and the results are surprisingly positive. In a recent study on 120 CKD patients in stage 3 and 4, controlling phosphorus and protein intake with a very easy to follow dietary plan was key to improve GFR. On average, all patients gain back some kidney function when switching to a low phosphorus, low protein diet. Yeah, in this study published on the British Journal of Nutrition, they all reversed kidney disease with a low phosphorus diet. And there is more. We've recently seen here on Double O Kidney the story of a patient who was rapidly approaching dialysis. Everything changed for him at the point that he is now in stage 2, all thanks to a treatment focused on lowering phosphorus levels. This was also published on a medical journal, by the way. It's clear in my opinion that managing phosphorus correctly is key to improve kidney function. So the question is, how much phosphorus should you have every day in order to improve This is an important question, but it doesn't come with a direct answer, unfortunately. For a lot of years, kidney disease patients were told to just limit the amount of phosphorus they were getting every day. But that particular strategy never worked, just like limiting potassium never worked. These dietary limitations were completely arbitrary and were never going to help anyone improving their kidney health. The reason is something called bioavailability. You see, while many foods containing phosphorus, including meat, fish, dairy, packaged foods, whole grains, legumes, and more, not all phosphorus is created equal. Not all types of phosphorus are bioavailable, meaning that some types of phosphorus will actually increase your phosphorus levels, and others not as much. In short, arbitrarily limiting phosphorus intake doesn't work. CKD patients in all the stages today are recommended to get tested and make sure that their blood phosphorus level is in the right range. It's still, however, recommended to avoid high phosphorus foods and to use a binder if needed to get in the right range. So, question: what are the correct blood phosphorus levels? According to the National Kidney Foundation, CKD patients in stage 3 and 4 should keep their phosphorus between 2.5 and 4.5 milligrams per dl. So it is very important for everyone to pay attention to their phosphate level on their tests. In order to protect your kidneys, your heart, and your bones, make sure this number is always in the correct range. And clearly, the most common problem kidney patients have with phosphorus levels is them being too high. So the next question is, what strategies works best to keep phosphorus under control? There are 3 things that I want to focus on when it comes to phosphorus. First of all, the diet. There are foods that must be avoided and other foods that not everyone eats enough of. Second, phosphate binders. They can be a great strategy even if they come with some side effects. Third, a certain vitamin that has been shown to help a lot with phosphorus and consequently with kidney health in general. Let's start with the foods because, as we have seen, knowing more about what to eat is key to improve kidney function. Question: what high phosphorus foods must be completely avoided? Some common dietary sources of phosphorus include dairy products, red meat, poultry, and seafood. Processed foods such as deli meats, bacon, sausage, sodas, and sport drinks are also high in phosphate, the worst type of phosphorus. Foods such as baked goods, morning cereal, sauces, and many other packaged foods may also be rich in phosphate. And these foods need to be completely avoided. Now, there are other foods that contain phosphorus that don't need to be completely avoided. These include legumes, nuts, whole wheat breads, and cereals, and some vegetables such as asparagus, tomatoes, and cauliflower. So basically, animal-based foods and processed foods have a type of phosphorus that the body absorbs very well, and that's bad. Phosphorus from plant-based foods, on the other hand, is not well absorbed, and you can pair them with a binder to get the benefits these foods offer without the danger of extra phosphorus. In short, while limiting or avoiding the intake of meat, dairy, and foods containing phosphate as an additive is a must, limiting foods such as grains, nuts, seeds, and other plant-based foods won't really help managing phosphorus. And what about protein? Now guys, there are other ways to decrease phosphorus absorption. More about that in a moment. But I also want to take a look at the phosphorus to protein ratio of certain foods because this is extremely important. You see, while limiting phosphorus is key to improve kidney health, you don't want to completely avoid high-value protein foods unless you are specifically supplementing for that. And I'm talking about keto analogs of amino acids. If you are not taking keto analogs, pay close attention to the next part of the video. Many studies are being done on this topic. And there is one study in particular that was able to help CKD patients in stage 3 and 4 improve their kidney function just by instructing them about how to eat low phosphorus food items with high value protein. By the way, high biological value when referred to a food containing protein means that this particular food contains all the essential amino acids, a complete protein. This is useful for people with kidney disease because if you have CKD, you are supposed to eat very little protein and not wasting any amino acid seems to be key to protect the kidneys. And when I talk about high value or complete protein, I'm mostly talking about protein from animal-based foods. Protein from plant-based foods, on the other hand, is usually considered low biological value. There are a few exceptions though that we will see in a moment. In short, low phosphorus, low protein but high biological value protein seems to be what our kidneys crave. But how can we find these white unicorns of foods? What are the best high-quality protein sources for a renal diet? Let's take a look now at what foods you should get most of your daily protein from if you want to protect your kidneys. Well, there are a few foods that should be considered as high biological value, low phosphorus protein sources for a renal diet. First is egg white. Egg whites are very high in protein compared to the amount of calories you will get, and this is high biological value protein. But egg whites are also lower in phosphorus than any other animal-based protein source, making them a very unique food for people with kidney disease. I believe that thanks to the new studies coming out on this very topic, we will see egg whites being recommended by many nephrologists in the near future. But as for today, make sure to consult with your doctor and that you are not getting too much protein in your diet if you want to add egg whites. Keep in mind that the amount of protein you get every day is way more important for your kidney health than the biological value, alright? There are also some plant-based foods that are high biological value protein and that can be part of a renal diet, including soybeans. Soybeans are commonly consumed in Asia in several different forms, including tofu. While they have many of the health benefits of other legumes, there is one reason why soybeans may be particularly great in a renal diet. They are one of the few plant-based sources of protein that are also complete protein, which means they have all the essential amino acids in them, as I was saying. And plant-based protein do have more kidney protecting benefits than animal-based protein, says science. Also keep in mind that these legumes are very rich in protein, so moderation is key when adding beans and legumes to your diet. And they are also higher in phosphorus than egg whites, but phosphorus is not well absorbed from plant-based foods, which is a big plus. Another plant-based food with high biological value protein is quinoa. Not as rich in protein as soybeans, quinoa is an exceptional food for the renal diet. It's richer in carbs than protein, which is a good thing because it's low in GI carbs we are talking about. And quinoa is a whole grain. It comes with some serious health benefits. Quinoa is packed with nutrients including fiber, and it contains many antioxidant and anti-inflammatory plant compounds. So you won't be eating it for the protein alone. Some other underrated high-quality protein sources include chia seeds, buckwheat, and amaranth. These are not very rich in protein, but they do contain some high-quality protein, making them ideal for the renal diet. And guys, keep in mind that eating a small amount of foods with high biological value protein every day was key to reverse GFR decline in a very important recent study. Here, 120 CKD stage 3 and 4 patients were able to reverse the decline of their GFR. Yes, in this study, all the test subjects got an improvement on average, which is amazing. But keep in mind that all the patients were instructed to limit protein intake to below 0.75 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So never eat too much protein, alright? Now you may ask, how do I know how much protein I should eat per day? As we have seen, protein is essential for your body. Getting the right amount of protein every day is crucial to manage CKD and to keep or improve your GFR level. It will be a serious mistake not knowing how much protein you are eating every day. And what a recent study found out is that most kidney patients are not able to stick to their prescribed protein intake. They usually end up eating too much protein, and this causes their kidney function to decline, which is very bad, obviously. So what should you do? Well, the best course of action is clearly knowing very well how much protein a day you are eating. And well, the study I've mentioned also found that focusing on certain low protein staple foods was key to decrease protein intake, especially from low biological value protein source. thus improving kidney function. If you want to know more about this and also about how to make sure you are not eating too much protein, please watch my video about this topic. It's up here and also down in description. In short, focusing on a diet with a low total protein intake with low phosphorus and most protein coming from high biological value seems to be key to improve kidney function. So question, what can you use to decrease phosphorus absorption? In people with kidney disease, calcium-based phosphate binders are often used to keep phosphorus levels down. These are antacids tablets you can buy at the grocery store with the brand name Tums. Taking them with meals may be helpful because calcium carbonate sticks to the phosphorus in the foods you eat. The phosphorus is then removed through the bowel, effectively stopping your body from taking extra phosphorus in. So ask your doctor if you are not taking one. These also have other benefits. Since they are calcium-based, they can raise your serum calcium, which is usually too low in those with CKD. Another benefit of calcium-based phosphate binders is that they protect you from oxalates. Excess oxalate intake may be an issue for some patients because it's a cause of kidney stones. This may be greatly reduced by taking a binder at meals. And as I was saying, there is also one vitamin that can be used to reduce blood phosphorus levels. This vitamin was used in a case study published on the Orthomolecular Medicine News Service on a patient that was actually able to go from stage 4 back to stage 2 kidney disease. I made a full video about this. It's up here if you want to know more. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.